After a few days ago when I did Rodeo and Jerry 2, Good to Evil, this is Emmet and Spider-Man Queen Good to Evil. And also, I have been making a lot of Universal movies. So now we're going to do DreamWorks after Universal. So let's get into it. Welcome to the Supersonic. As we always start, we're going to start in the good. The first good area one will have to go to Ella, the dog queen. Ella is a queen, but not a princess, but she is a queen. Talking about Belle, the cat, and she sends a letter to him and Spider-Man to help her defeat Belle. The next one on our list will have to go to Rodeo. As always, in the first Emmet and Spider-Man movie, he was evil. But in this movie, he is not evil. Also, when he grabs on the Spidey's hand so they can be tied in the win the champion race. What a good friend. Speaking of good friend, we have not the only Spider-Man. Spider-Man is the neighborhood's best Spidey, and also gets hit by a train at almost the end of the movie. But he is a good friend for Emmet, but he really doesn't get much attention like the other two that we got past. And he also defeats Belle after she goes on the sun. And also almost gets Emmet with putting a hole in Emmet. So that's why Spidey saved Emmet's life, for being a good friend. Speaking of Emmet, now we move to Emmet. Emmet is kind of silly in this movie, like in the Lego movies, but he is pretty funny in this movie, except when he gets scratched right here when Belle throws part of her a blast and hits Emmet right here. Now we go to Mr. Bear. Mr. Bear is a giraffe and his last name is Bear. Also trying to be Emmet and Jerry's dad, he is still bossy after complaining that it was a tie with Rodeo and Spidey with the race when the movie starts at 5 minutes. And he does get a little bit of screen time. Or maybe he does get a lot of screen time. More like getting into prison. And it has Robbie with his side. the next one on our list, we'll have to go to Jeffrey. Jeffrey is amazed with Jerry trying to marry Ella. But also Jeffrey does do a little bit of Jerry's companion in the movie. And that's why we had to put her after Mr. Bear. The next one on our list will have to go to Robbie the Grizzly Bear. Robbie is a grizzly bear and also he's funny throughout the movie. Ugly face. It also says a little bit of mean words like the ugly face. And also nodding his head, which is being funny. With like Jerry. Speaking of Jerry, the next one will have to go to Jerry. Jerry does show up in the movie and also nods his head and says ugly face like Robbie. But we put him so low is because of his funniness that gives to Robbie. And also does something crazy. And we might not be doing the gray area today, but we'll be thinking about it. We're gonna go to the evil because I will be making the other one on a short. So the first evil one will have to go to Belle. Belle is the villain of the movie. And Belle also gets Jerry, Emmet, Spider-Man, Ella, Robbie, and also the rest of the team. Now let's give some awards. The evil one will have to go to Belle. The funniest one will have to go to Jerry and Robbie. The most bossy one will have to go to Mr. Bear and Jeffrey. The most fastest and goodest character will have to go to these three: Emmet, Spider-Man, and Rodeo. And the cutest, Ella. Tell me if I missed anyone, but let me know if you agree with my ranking. See you guys in the next one. And also, I might be doing the Powerful for Rodeo and Jerry 2. But that's the end of this video. Bye, guys.